What's up, everybody? I started this Chicago Bears channel to have more channels. I search YouTube all the time, and I've only found maybe 3 or 4 channels that I really like. But anyway, so we're going to get into this today. This is Mitchell Trubisky's comeback game for Green Bay. Has he been given the official go from the coach? No. Because our coach thinks that the plays are more important than the players. That's why you'll have a David Montgomery sit out while others get put in. That's why you got a J.P. Lozman as our fullback. I think that's his name. I don't even, J.P. something. He sucks. If you guys ever watch The Tape Never Lies, you'll see the good and the bad of our offense. We have so many players on our offense that just simply won't block down the field. They're not blocking for the quarterback. So I guess why worry about them blocking down the field? Jimmy Graham, I just think, is a red zone tight end, sometimes maybe situational third down, but he doesn't block for shit. And Cole Kmet, I just think, needs to be the guy to get us down to the end zone. But I think he has a lot of mental lapse problems, and I think that's what's wrong with this team. That's why you're seeing some of these other guys come in, like Harris, the other tight end. Apparently, he's rated high as a blocker. But then you see some schemes where if I keep thinking to myself, if the players don't matter, then why can't we have plays for Nick Foles and plays for Mitch Trubisky and just play them both at times? I mean, look at my face. See that look in my eyes? That's how Matt Nagy makes me feel. I just have no confidence in him. Ryan Pace, I'm hit or miss on him. Let's look at his situation. So I feel that he was forced to pick John Fox. I don't like John Fox. Didn't like him when he came in. When you have Peyton Manning for 4 years in Denver and you can't win a Super Bowl, but then Kubiak comes in and Kubiak just ran a better offensive system with bootlegs and things to keep Manning protected, and he got Peyton Manning in arguably Peyton Manning's worst physical shape year, his final year, and he won a Super Bowl. John Fox could never do that, and he had Von Miller and everybody, Champ Bailey. I'm going to tell you guys what Mitch Trubisky should do if he starts, but we'll get to that in just a moment. I hear Matt Nagy, when he first got hired, he was very open to communication. But then the past 2 years, ever since he's implemented his scheme, he's gotten very quiet, very just, I can't let nobody know anything. It's a joke. I've lost faith in Matt Nagy, and I just feel if there's a better coach available next year, then we need another coach. I'm kind of at a loss for Ryan Pace. He comes from the Saints. Our GM before was Phil Emery. He came from the Falcons, got rid of Brian Urlacher, which I think Brian Urlacher could have had one more year in him. I mean, it's Brian Urlacher, Even if it was situational, that defense needed him. But anyway, Ryan Pace, he was forced to have John Fox. He drafted Mitchell Trubisky. And I'm not sure what conversations Ryan Pace was having with Matt Nagy when he decided to hire him for Mitchell Trubisky. Did Ryan Pace hire Matt Nagy for Mitchell Trubisky? Or did Ryan Pace think to himself that Matt Nagy was so good and what he was hearing behind the scenes with Patrick Mahomes that Matt Nagy was so good that he needed to hire him. I think that Mitchell Trubisky would have done well in a Gary Kubiak type offense. A lot of bootlegs and things like that, which they tried to incorporate. So Ryan Pace got put in a position where he drafted his guy as a quarterback, but he had no vision for him, had no idea what offense to put him in. And then he has John Fox, and there was obviously issues there where John Fox wanted a different quarterback. And then you go out and you get Mitchell Trubisky, and then you get Matt Nagy that didn't want Mitchell Trubisky either. I mean, what were we supposed to do? Just give it to Chase Daniels? Now we've got Nick Foles. But if you look at our team and look at the Eagles the year they won the Super Bowl, our offense is like the budget version of that. Our offense isn't even the budget version of the Chiefs' offense. And without Tariq Cohen, that guy, I don't know what it is, but something about losing him in our offense has just drained everything from our offense. I don't know if it's how we schemed him. I don't know if Matt Nagy only knows how to scheme like 2 people per play, and Tariq Cohen was one of those people that he used to open up other things in our offense. I don't know. It's made, if you watch the tape Never Lies, it's made so many people scratch their head as to what the hell is Matt, what are we set up on? You know, my dad's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Okay, I can tell you this Pittsburgh Steelers, what they draft for. They're a power run football team. It'll be a power run, slants, curl outs, and then hit a deep bomb. That's what they've been built on that. Look at the stats with Bruce Arians when they beat the Cardinals. The quarterback play was horrible. But it ain't about being super efficient as much as it was getting first downs, getting ball control, getting the clock. And then when you need to make a play, you got a quarterback that is capable of making a play. So my dad, as a Steelers fan, I asked him, I said, well, if you could have any quarterback in the NFL, who would you pick? He said, I think Nick Foles would do good in Pittsburgh. I think so too. Hell, I think Nick Foles would do good in Indianapolis. But Nick Foles would not do good in Chicago. I kind of feel with the crappy line that we have and how we don't have a run game, we can't get a first down. How can you deny not wanting Cam Newton? I would have took Cam Newton this year. At least the guy would have used his legs from time to time and got us a first down. It's better than punt, fumble, punt, interception, punt. You know, Matt Nagy said that, we do great on 3rd and longs, but we don't do good on 3rd and 3s and things. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't even think of a first down, honestly, because it seemed like every time we got a first down, there was a flag, you know? So, guys, this is what Mitchell Trubisky needs to do, okay? Mitch, this is probably your final year. This is probably it, man. Oh, it is. My bad. And this could be your final year starting. I would suggest to go to Seattle or New Orleans as a backup if you can. But on TV, Sunday night, if you start, you need to be vocal. You have been a very nice guy. You know, we're used to having people like Jay Cutler. And now that he had a TV show, some Bears fans out there actually think he was a good quarterback. He wasn't. My God, he was such a letdown. And I'm from Tennessee. He went to school in Vanderbilt. I knew about Jay Cutler. That's going to be a different video. So Mitchell Trubisky, for me, was one of the most exciting quarterbacks that I was excited for since Rex Grossman. Don't get me wrong, everybody was excited for Rex Grossman at first. But then you realize that he never worked out and he was lazy. And he went drinking the night before the Super Bowl. It's like, come on, man. It's one thing to relax, but to put your body through that and just not. Drinking's fun, and I drink, but if I had a big game, I would not be drinking the night before. I'd be drinking water. I'd be over here stretching, getting massages. I wouldn't be sitting on a bike in a playoff game, I tell you that much. But what Mitchell Trubisky's going to have to do is he's going to have to not only bring this different confidence with him, but he saw Nick Foles get into Matt Nagy's ass on the sideline about some of these plays. That's what I like about Nick Foles. At least he's passionate. But he's going to have to speak up. He knows these plays now. He's been with Matt Nagy for years. So when a play comes in, you got to drop back 7 steps. You ain't got 7 steps. Tell him. Say no. It's time to take the reins, man. If you're not going to save your shoulder for another team or your health for another team next year, and you got to go behind that shitty line, it is time for you to stand for yourself. Because what does Chicago say? Oh, we don't have guys like Cody Parkey. What really got him fired was going on TV after those crappy kicks. He went on TV and it pissed Matt Nagy off. But guess what, man? This is Sunday in front of Green Bay. It's time for you to be confident. It's time for you to make your coach work for you. Because guess what, buddy? You ain't getting re-signed. So it's time. It's time for you. You've been the nice guy for years. It don't get you shit, man. Put your foot down. Play this game how you felt it need to be played. Change fucking plays at the line. Say if I ran the ball, I got sacked. I knew I could. If I went zone on this run, it'd have got us a first down, and it did. Be confident. David Montgomery's coming back. Be aware of Cordell out of the backfield. Every now and then, don't hand it to Cordell. Fake it to him. Nobody does that. Fake it to him and then roll him out or something. This is frustrating. But I think they're going to screw Mitch. I think the play calls, I think we got a coach that just, ever since version 2.0. So here's the words I don't want to hear from a future Chicago Bears coach. Explosive on offense. Every time I hear the fucking words explosive on offense, we suck. And now version 2.0 offense. Those explosive and version 2.0. Every time I hear them, I'm just going to get sick. So guys, welcome to the channel. Please hit like, subscribe. You don't have to have my views. I made this channel for us to communicate and talk. I made this channel because I have my own unique views, and I've been a passionate Bears fan my whole life. And I'll talk about other Bears channels that I follow that I very, very much enjoy. I usually put the speed on like 1.5 when I'm going through the talk show stuff of the Bears podcast, so I run out rather quick. And that's why I created this channel. So if you like to hear views about Chicago Bears football and some of my stories and stuff from the past, hit like, subscribe, and guys, Sunday night's the Packers game. You can also find Chicago Bears Rocks, that group. That's my group on Facebook. Go ahead and get on Facebook and send that an ad. You'll find a lot of funny Packers memes. I just want to win. I want to beat Green Bay. Fair. I don't want Rodgers to get hurt and then we win. I want to win because we schemed, because we played good. I want Aaron Rodgers to throw 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and still lose. I want us to play the game toe-to-toe, and I want to win fairly. And that's all I'm wanting. All right, guys. Take care. Chicago Bears rocks.